Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing, YouTube? Uh, it's been a while. It's been a long while. And first of all, happy 2020, everybody. I know this is a kind of messed up year. Just want to throw it out the window. I hope everybody's safe and being healthy with this coronavirus situation. And yeah, just happy 2020. But I kind of got a new video I want to do for y'all. And you know, like I said, it's been at least 2 years. It's probably been more. But August 4th, 2018, I got shot. I got in an altercation in Florida. Basically, I got shot 3 times. Got shot in my elbow, got shot in my right thigh, and I got shot in my head. You know, I don't even really like to, but y'all YouTube, man, and I need to start taking this more seriously. I need to start just being more serious with YouTube. But this is my gunshot wound. As you see, scar. And I will say this, I thank God for the surgeon. I thank God for the surgeon. You know, he did his thing. He really did his thing. And I can't even really believe I'm alive, honestly. You know, after the whole story was just kind of crazy, you know. Both of my lungs failed. You know, I had tubes breathing out my lungs. I had staples in my head. Had 2 tubes coming out my butt. Had another tube breathing out my mouth. You know, my mother and my sister told me, well, my mother and my ex told me basically I had a 3% chance to live. So, you know, that whole thing that went down, you know, I regret anything happened. Honestly, you know, just so, but then again, I don't regret it. It seems kind of crazy, y'all, but it's kind of like I don't regret it, but I do regret it. I regret it because at the end of the day, don't nobody want to get shot. And then dealing with the long-term effects of it and looking the way that I looked and I thought I was going to be for the rest of my life. And excuse me, but nobody wants to get shot. So, but from a positive perspective and point of view, I thank God of the growth that I learned when I went to jail. And they arrested me 6 months after I got arrested. After I got shot. Okay. In July 2018, the whole situation started. We was at the YMCA and I got in a fight. I got in a fight with the dude. I beat the dude up, basically. And a month later, I see this man I see him and his brother. Basically, okay, y'all, for y'all who don't know, I have very bad epilepsy. I've had epilepsy, I think since I was probably 10 years old, I've had epilepsy. I haven't been having grand mal seizures, but I've had epilepsy for a long time. But now it's to the point where I'm having seizures, like actual shaking seizures and biting my tongue and just going through that whole little situation. But okay, I had my medical marijuana card in Florida. You know, and I smoke weed. And so basically, a friend that I met, you know, they kept telling me, come up to the park, yo, come up to the park, bro. The kids out here, everybody chilling, you know, they cooking out, man. Come eat, come chill with us. Me, I was the type of person I didn't like to leave my house, period. If it wasn't about money, if it wasn't about my Rottweilers, if I wasn't going to pick up my girlfriend, if I wasn't going to play ball, I didn't really like to leave my house. I that's just how I was. That's how I am. And I kept telling him, I kept telling him, nah, man, y'all just mess with me when y'all leave, though. When y'all get through, when y'all get finished at the cookout, y'all come through. Come hit me up, chill, we smoke, parlay. That can be that. So he hung up the phone. Then he called back like 30 minutes later. Yo, bro, you need to come up here, man. For real, we up here just chilling, bro. We sitting in the car. I mean, we just grooving, bro. Come on up. All right. I ended up saying okay. I said okay, and I went to the park. I drove my car to the park, and from my understanding, they was having a back to school event, like a back to school gathering for the kids. They was giving away book bags and all of this type of stuff. Okay, we were parked all the way to the right, all the way to the right. The cookout was going on all the way to the left. Under the gazebo, it was going on all the way to the left, over there. Basically, we were all the way over here. The cookout was going on all the way over there. All right, so we're sitting in the car. I drove. I got out my car. I parked my car on the park, and then I walked over to my homeboy car. I walked over to the car, and the next thing, I'm sitting in the car, we're smoking, and then I get a tap on the window. I'm sitting in the front passenger seat, okay? The front passenger seat, that's the seat that I'm sitting in. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and I get a tap on the window, and I look up. The first thing, I'm not gonna say no names, but the first thing dude did was grab his gun. The dude that was in the driver's seat, he grabbed his gun. He's like, who the hell is this? Like, who is, like, I don't know these dudes. Who the fuck is this? But my boy in the back, he was like, oh shit, man, I know them. Chill. You good, bro. Put the gun down. You good. And then I look, and I'm like, I literally, these are my exact words. This nigga. He was standing right at the window, and his brother was standing at the hood. So both of them came up to the window of the car that I was in, which had tinted windows. So I'm not gonna get into that. But all I know is they came up to the window, and he tapped on the window. I barely. I'm talking about I opened the door. It couldn't have been no more than an inch. No more than 2 inches. Literally. He grabbed the door. A whole lot of stuff happened. That's all I'm gonna say. You feel me? And I don't even blame him. I don't blame him for sneaking me. If you felt like that was the only way you can win a fight, hey, put it to you like this. That's what's up, bro. So at the time, when the whole situation happened, it was just like, I couldn't believe it at the end of the day, All right, well, anyway, he yanks the door open, and he just starts hitting me. He punched me like, he just went off on me. He messed up my eye. I'm still sitting in the car, but he messed up my eye. It was a lot of stuff that went down, but my problem wasn't with him. It wasn't with him. The whole time that we were fighting, his brother was there. And all I'm hearing was, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck his light-skinned ass up. Get that nigga. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And when we were done fighting, they got ready to go back, turn around and go back to the gazebo. They was like, yeah, we're finna go back over here, go back our way. So as they got ready to go back to the left, like I said, we were parked all the way on the right. We were over here. The cookout was going on all the way to the left. So as they were getting ready to go back to the gazebo, he put his gun in his book bag. And I noticed his little brother had a gun. So I'm like, I ain't had no choice but to get my ass whooped. Honestly, I really didn't. You feel me? I beat him up the first time. The next thing you know, he came back. and he fucked me up. But it was his brother that I had the problem with. Why you got your gun out? Why your brother was beating my ass? We won't even fighting. Just want to fight. He hit me in my eye. Okay, y'all see my eye? He messed my damn eye up when I was still sitting in the car. Word to God, put it on my grandmother's ashes. Still sitting in the car. That's why I was mad. Because you messed my eye up. You snuck me. And your brother got a gun out. So I had 3 things that I was mad about. If we was going to fight, we could have fought. We could have easily fought and it could have been dead, done, gone, and it could have been like that. But obviously he didn't want to go about it in that type of situation or fashion. So he did what he did and his brother did what he did. So all of that time after the fight, you know, I'm messed up. I'm sitting here bleeding out my eye. I can barely see. And my boy was like, all right, bro, follow me home, bro. Bro, just drive close. I'm gonna drive home. You just follow me, bro. You feel me? And because I still have my car there. So Pete, I did not have my gun on me at the time. And come to my understanding, you know, as I found out when I went to jail, if I had my gun on me, they said I could have shot him and his brother and I wouldn't have got charged, basically. The only part where I messed up, where I believe that I messed up, well, I'm not going to say the only part because I messed up, everybody messed up. The whole situation was just a situation that I wouldn't want nobody to go through, put it to you like that. But the period is, the whole thing where I messed up was after the fight, I said, fuck this. Y'all got y'all guns? Let me go get my gun. I went to my car, you know, and I grabbed my 380, basically. And all I gotta say is I was not gonna shoot the dude. I felt like I wanted to mess his eye up like he messed mine up. And I had the barrel of the gun in my hand. I didn't even have the trigger. All I remember is I had the barrel of the gun in my head and I was going to pistol whip him. And the next thing you know, I thought it was only 6 shots. But his brother fired 12 shots at me. He fired 12 shots at me with a 9mm. And I was running. I started running away from, you know, the shots and everything. I didn't even feel when he did shoot me. He shot me in my leg and he shot me in my elbow. But I put on everything I love. Adrenaline is real. Adrenaline is really, 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 really real. Because I didn't feel neither one of those shots at all. And as I was running, I'm running away from him, letting off those rounds at me. And as I was running, the video was on Facebook and everything. As soon as I got to my white Honda, I look up to my left and I seen the man, and he was standing beside that light-skinned dude, and I seen he had on a yellow shirt. And I remember he pointed that damn gun so straight. His hand was so straight with the gun. And then he shot me in my head. He shot me in the head with a .40 caliber with a Smith & Wesson. So I got shot 3 times by 2 different people. But I got shot in my head for no reason. I got shot in my head basically because I was running away from a dude that shot at me. Well, you know what? Maybe I did get shot for a reason. I'm trying to be unbiased and I'm trying to learn. And, you know, like I said, I went to jail 6 months after I got shot. Florida came. They came all the way to North Carolina. And they extradited me right in front of my grandmother's house. My mother saw it. I counted like 23 cops. 23 cops and U.S. Marshals were there to take me down. Florida made it seem like I was an escape fugitive. If I was an escape fugitive, how come I've seen the cops 2 times before I came to North Carolina? They didn't put me in jail. They didn't tell me not to leave. They didn't give me no orders that I should follow, basically. And how I found out that, you know, when I was in the hospital and all of this stuff happened, all I kept hearing was, I was on the news. I was on the news 2 times. And all I kept hearing was, I fired 12 rounds. They played the video on the news. I heard 12 gunshots. My gun only holds 6 rounds. My 380 only holds 6 rounds. I heard 12 shots. All I kept hearing, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even respond to my girlfriend. Baby, they saying that you fired 6 or probably 7 rounds. I'm looking like this. I can't say nothing to my girl, nothing. All I knew is at the end of the day, they gonna find out. They gonna see for themselves. The news tried to make me seem like I was a terrorist who just was mad and came to the park and started firing a weapon. If that was the case, why did I get out of jail so early? This is my first charge, my first felony ever in my life, ever, period. And they charged me with 1 charge. Aggravated assault with a semi-automatic firearm. And you know, I wanted more understanding on what that meant. So I asked some, you know, the guards when I went to jail and everything. And they said, okay, basically you were holding your gun and talking shit to somebody. Basically, I had my gun in my hand is what I got charged with. For having my gun in my hand. I got charged with felony for having a gun in my hand. But what was wild was when they came over my aunt's house, my aunt said, oh no, he's not in North Carolina yet, but he'll be going back soon. I didn't hear the cops respond, not one time to that. Then when it came to the back, I know the cop was wrong because he didn't look at me. He was chewing on the toothpick. He had the little detective by his side. I know he was wrong because he said, out of the 14 shells, not one of them came from your 380. And that's when he looked at me. When he said 380, he was like, not one of the shells came from your 380. And I'm like, oh, you think? I know that already. You feel me? I already knew that, but I'm not going to get into that whole conversation again. All I know is I learned a lot when I got locked up. I learned a lot. I was locked up for 11 months. But Pete, my lawyer said that I shouldn't have even been locked up 5 months. My lawyer said that to me. My first charge, my first felony, and it was a F3 felony. I didn't even know what all of this stuff meant and all that jail lingo. I ain't know what all that shit mean. They like, what you got? I don't know. But then I read the paper and it said a F3. Aggravated assault with a semi-automatic firearm. And that was the only charge that I had to my name. And I got locked up for 11 months. I'm not going to lie. And that's another subject and that's another topic that I can bring up because it's fucked up how they operate that jail in Florida. And I'm not going to lie. It's fucked up how they operate that jail in Florida. Period. It's messed up. At the end of the day, nobody should have to take a shower with black mold in the shower. It shouldn't be over 80 people sleeping outside in the day room because y'all just overpacking the fucking jail and do. I mean, it was just so much bull crap going on in that jail but I learned so much that I needed to learn. And that's why I think I went to jail. That's why God said, no, you gonna sit your ass down and you gonna listen to me. Because it was wild. The only thing that I was thinking about at the time, you know, when I learned how to walk again, when I left rehab, I wore 137 pounds. When I came in rehab, I was 180 pounds. So during that whole time and healing process of when I got shot, you know, I lost like 43 pounds. And I'm gaining my weight back. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting back right. But I lost my apartment. I lost my dogs. I lost my car. I lost the money that was in the bank. I even lost all the weed that I grew. I mean, I even lost my ex. We were together 6 years. Then I go to jail and I get out, and now she in New York. I love her to death. I hope she doing the thing. Period. But all I know is now is my chance at a new beginning. And instead of thinking about revenge, I learned in jail, I gotta forgive him. I gotta forgive him for me at the end of the day. I can't be a puppet. I can't be a puppet. And I think that's what I'm fighting with. I'm not gonna, I haven't forgiven them yet, but I'm there. I'm trying my best, and that's just something that me and God, that's a personal little battle that I'm getting together with God. But all I do know is I'm trying. But now I'm back home. I'm back in Durham, North Carolina, baby. Bull City, stand up. Let's go. And I'm proud of the city, man. It's the first time I've been back home in like 7 years. Whoa. Durham is coming up. Central is coming up. Duke is buying everything out, building up downtown. I'm just proud of my city, man. But all I know is, y'all, it's 2020 and I'm still alive. That man said I had a 3% chance to live. That nurse looked at me like I was fucking crazy when she saw that I moved my right hand. They thought I was gonna be paralyzed, y'all. Like, look at me. I'm talking to y'all right now. It's a blessing having this phone in my hand. That's why I want to see that surgeon. I want to see him and I want to thank him. Because honestly, he did a good damn job.